given Donald Trump and his legal team until Wednesday of next week to respond to Jack Smith's request for an expedited review of his claim that he has absolute immunity.
ABC's Jonathan Carl.
The Air Force says the alleged leaker Jack Teixeira acted alone, but other members of the military are in trouble.
15 Air Force members have been removed from their positions in the 102nd Intelligence Wing, where Massachusetts Air National Guardsman Jack Teixeira allegedly siphoned national security secrets from military computers and posted them on Discord. Air Force investigators said members of the unit, ranged in rank from staff sergeant to colonel, knew Teixeira was accessing classified documents but failed to report it, fearing security officials might overreact. Had any of these members come forward and alerted the appropriate authorities, investigators said they might have reduced the length and depth of the unauthorized and unlawful disclosures.
What the report shows is a failure of leadership by the Air National Guard. Everything from implementing basic security controls all the way to not questioning an airman who 4 times was caught trying to access material he had no business seeing.
In August of 2022, Teixeira was observed viewing intelligence content, but it was not documented in writing. A month later, a unit member noticed Teixeira again viewing intelligence products and saw him writing information on a post-it note, but it was not reported to a proper security official.
To put it in context, this airman was the IT guy. He had no business being in areas where super sensitive kinds of intelligence were being disseminated. He had no business wanting to look at it or seeing any of this intelligence.
Teixeira has pleaded not guilty to violating the Espionage Act. The Air Force is now trying to limit access to classified material to those who actually need to see it, and to make sure violations are properly flagged, something that did not happen here.
ABC's Aaron Katursky.
It's 8:20. This is your StockCharts.com money update.
Last month, the United Auto Workers launched a campaign to organize 13 non-union car makers, weeks removed from securing record contracts with Detroit's Big Three. The Auto Workers Union now says it's run into what it calls unlawful interference in its organizing efforts. The UAW has filed unfair labor practice charges against Honda, Hyundai, and Volkswagen. It's been an up-and-down year for Amazon's ambitious drone delivery unit. The group has been gashed by layoffs and faced regulatory setbacks. It did clear one major hurdle when the FAA loosened restrictions on where the drones could fly. But now the executive who oversaw the group's FAA relations has left Amazon. His departure comes as federal regulators investigate a drone crash at a test site. That's your money now.
And checking Wall Street, stocks are higher. The Dow up 94 right now at 36,501. S&P 500 up 4. The Nasdaq is up 35.
Money news at 20 and 50 minutes past. We have a traffic update coming up for you. And has anyone seen his hat? We'll tell you about a former president's missing top hat and the effort it must have taken to remove it.
1000 FM 97.7, your information station.
When you think of health, where does your mind go? To the doctor's office? Or to your community, where you can join kids clubs and local events? At your grocery store, where an allowance makes it easier to eat healthy? Or on your street, where a ride is there to take you to the doctor? We're WellPoint, a health insurance company that knows that health isn't just one thing, it's everything. WellPoint, your whole health is our whole point. Services are provided by WellPoint Washington, Inc.
You already know Bellevue Rare Coins is the best place to sell your gold and jewelry. And you know Bellevue Rare Coins can turn your jewelry into cash with the best payouts in the industry. And I've been reminding you for a while now that Bellevue Rare Coins is one of the biggest buyers of unique antique jewelry in the Northwest. This means Bellevue Rare Coins also sells a huge selection of hand-picked and distinct jewelry that's hard to find anywhere else. This is Brian Calvert, and this holiday season is the perfect time to go to your nearest Bellevue Rare Coins for their special holiday jewelry sale happening right now. Shop now and save 20% on all fine jewelry. They're also having an exclusive luxury watch sale from fine jewelers like Rolex and Cartier. It's rare to find fine jewelry like this, especially at prices now 20% off. Just think, you can find the perfect gift of beautiful, unique jewelry at Bellevue Rare Coins this holiday season, with 4 locations in Bellevue, Linwood, Tacoma, and Issaquah, and at BellevueRareCoins.com.
Do you have questions about implants instead of dentures? Would you like to get rid of your dentures forever? How about replacing your dentures with full upper and lower implants in a single day? How about questions about pricing on implants? Those are all great questions. Hey, it's Dr. Timmerman. Please visit drtimmerman.com. That's drtimmerman.com, or call 206-241
5533. That's drzimmerman.com or 206-241-5533.
Do I have to move into a nursing home to use my long-term care insurance? Most people use their long-term care plan at home. Hi, this is Brian Ott with 525 Advisors and host of Long-Term Care Radio. The idea of having long-term care insurance is to be able to receive your care that you need in a location of your choosing. Plans today are comprehensive, which means they cover care at home, assisted living facilities, adult family homes, adult daycares, and yes, even in a nursing home. By having a plan, you can decide where you want to receive your care. If you have a question for us, send it to me at 525longtermcare.com. You can also learn about new programs that pay you back if you never use your plan, and you can sign up for one of our free upcoming classes. And don't forget to join us Saturdays and Sundays at noon on KBI for Long-Term Care Radio. Learn more at 525longtermcare.com.
The next 525 Advisors webinar is at 12 noon, Wednesday, December 13th. Get details.
Some of the water sources.
We are still working with the full closure of both directions of State Route 18 at Tiger Mountain due to an early morning semi-crash. And because of this, there is a 2-mile solid backup on eastbound 18 approaching Issaquah Hobart Road. And Issaquah Hobart Road is a real nightmare because it is backed up from State Route 18 almost all the way to Front Street. Also struggling is northbound State Route 169. That is heavy from State Route 18 to about 196. Fastest alternate route is probably going to be State Route 900, depending on where you're starting and where you're going this morning. And we are just looking at solid commutes across the map. The Valley Freeway crowds out of Pacific to Willis Street and from 212 to 405. Heavy northbound 405 through Renton into Newcastle. Southbound 405 facing delays out of Alderwood through Bothell and into Kirkland and back on the brakes from I-90 much of the way through Newcastle. If we're going from Federal Way into downtown Seattle, it's about 65 minutes. Everett into Seattle, that's been about an hour and 10-minute commute. And boy, westbound I-90 is really struggling this morning. That's going to start as you're entering the Eastgate area, and you just stay packed until you're about mid-span of the bridge. Westbound 520, that's slow across the water to I-5. Our next northwest traffic up, 834.
Our report this time is sponsored by Lowe's. Don't miss out on new deals every day at Lowe's. Find can't-miss savings across the store for a limited time. New deals every day only at Lowe's.
Your forecast sponsored by Northwest Crawl Space Services. Partly sunny today. Highs mid to upper 40s. Partly cloudy tonight. Lows in the upper 30s. And tomorrow, it'll start out dry, and then we'll have some rain by the afternoon with a high Wednesday near 50 degrees. Right now, it's 39 in downtown Seattle.
And it's day 27.
From a BBC prequel movie, Wonka prepares to be amazed. Of course, Gene Law, the star of 1971's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, was a big one. But at this week's LA premiere, Chalamet says there are a couple that might surprise you. Charlie Chaplin, his physicality, Kermit the Frog, believe it or not. The lovers, the dreamers, the May just have super open-hearted sincerity. Wonka is in theaters this weekend. Jennifer Aniston says she was texting with Matthew Perry the morning of his death. In an interview with Variety, she says her friend's co-star was happy, albeit he had quit smoking. He was not in pain, she says. He was not struggling. Perry died in October. Cause of death has not yet been revealed. CNN will once again be bringing in the new year with Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen. The duo in Times Square. The show will also stream on Max. And Jeopardy co-host Mayim Bialik is 48 today. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Hollywood.
Morning's top stories on the way. Stay with us as the morning news continues. It's 8:28.
Homeowners, beware. If you see slow drains in your home, wet patches in your yard, foul odors, even a mysteriously high water bill, these are all signs of a leak in your sewer or water line. But you don't need to hassle with calling several companies because Best Plumbing does it all, both leak detection and leak repair. That's why I'm here with Devin from Best Plumbing.
Yeah, Best Plumbing, we do provide both those services. Leak detection is very important because water generally takes the path of least resistance. So just because you see water in one point doesn't mean that that's actually the point that the issue is actually at. And sewer pipes, a lot of the homes in Seattle were actually built around either an actual terracotta clay pipe or a concrete pipe. Your pipes are literally wearing thinner and thinner and thinner until they crack or they just flush away, essentially.
And I think a lot of homeowners probably don't know what kind of pipes they have, and they won't know until you get in there, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly what our sewer scopes do. Knowing what you're getting into is a big portion of it, but we're always there to be able to provide a solution.
Call Devin and Company at...
It happened on Highway 18 this morning near Tiger Mountain.
One of the trucks was full of eggs, and they ended up all over the road. Mariah Johnson with the State Department of Transportation says there was some relatively good news, though.
There were minor injuries, but nothing severe.
Highway 18 closed from Issaquah Hobart Road to I-90 in both directions. There were no signs of impairment on the part of the causing driver.
The city of Kenmore was considering building a homeless shelter, but the city council rejected that idea early this morning after hearing testimony all night.
Well, about 90 people were heard.
District 1 made the proposal. It comes nearly a year after Seattle became the first city in the U.S. to file a lawsuit against the automakers, seeking to recover damages for the city.
It's really good to pursue these efforts from multiple angles. And I think this is one of those times. Further, the city lawsuit is not demanding a recall of the vehicles.
That lawsuit filed by City Attorney Ann Davison is still pending.
An eyewitness is describing what happened in the moments before a police officer shot and killed a murder suspect. It happened inside the Lucky Eagle Casino in Rochester Sunday night. D. Thomas was that witness. He spoke with Como 4.
He was running towards my direction. I think he was trying to get to the front door exit. And then all of a sudden, I see the officer just, he shot him right in the middle of the floor.
33-year-old Darren Evans was wanted for murder in Pierce County and had a warrant out for his arrest. A Chehalis tribal officer shot him. Thurston County Sheriff's Office is investigating.
It's 8:34. This is Northwest News Radio, your home for breaking news and traffic and weather every 10 minutes on the 4s.
Let's get you to the High Performance Homes Traffic Center. Here's Kiara Jordan.
So we are still struggling because of this closure of State Route 18 along Tiger Mountain, closed between Issaquah Hobart Road and I-90. There is a 2-mile backup on eastbound 18 approaching Issaquah Hobart Road, and then that road itself, you want no piece of it because it has been backed up from State Route 18 almost all the way to Front Street. Another area that's struggling is northbound State Route 169. That is solid from State Route 18 to about 196. Not as bad on State Route 900. If that's a choice that you could make this morning, that's what I would do. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's moving better than anything else around that area. Now, an earlier blocking crash on southbound 405 in the Newcastle area still has you stacked up from I-90, and then southbound 405 has also been an absolute struggle out of Alderwood through the Bothell area. Southbound I-5, that is really heavy as well from the 405 interchange into Northgate and from Lake City Way through the University District. Northbound I-5, it looks like around 375th we may have a new blocking problem. We're starting to back up from the Fife curve and then just this odd break in traffic. We'll be back on the brake pedal from 320th into SeaTac. Seattle is very slow from the south end of Boeing Field to the Convention Center, which is now backing up our eastbound drivers trying to come off of that West Seattle Bridge. And if you're going from Issaquah into Seattle on West 90, we're at 38 minutes there. Bellevue to Seattle, half-hour drive on westbound 520. And we had a crash reported eastbound US 2 near Frylands Boulevard in Monroe, but now it looks like that backup is slowly starting to improve. Our next Northwest traffic app, 844.
Our report this time is sponsored by Bloodworks Northwest. If there's a critical need for blood donors this holiday season, donate blood today. Go to bloodworksnw.org to find a blood drive near you. That's bloodworksnw.org. Bloodworks Northwest, community ready.
And your forecast now with meteorologist Kristen Clark, sponsored by Northwest Crawl Space Services.
Do the various shades of gray have you reaching for that extra cup of coffee? Well, sunshine today will add a little extra pep to your step as the breeze off the Cascades helps to shower out the low clouds and the fog sooner, with high temperatures in the mid-40s for this afternoon in Puget Sound. Now on Wednesday, the clouds will increase, can make for a brilliant sunrise tomorrow morning, and then we'll track rain into western Washington late Wednesday into early Thursday, with just a minor 1 inch of snow accumulation at the Cascade Mountain passes. In the Como 4 Weather Center, meteorologist Kristen Clark.
Right now we have clouds and fog throughout the Puget Sound area this morning. In Bremerton, it's 38 degrees. At JBLM, it's 39. In downtown Seattle, mostly cloudy and 39 degrees.
Stay with us for a sports update. It's 8:37.
The law offices of Harold Carr has sponsored the Salvation Army toy drive for the past 9 years now. Harold Carr and his wife have both gone shopping for toys each year, filled their car seats to the brim, and needed other carts to unload all the toys. This is one of the reasons I'm so fond of these guys at the law offices of Harold Carr. Todd Herman here with a special message for this holiday season, reminding you to be safe on the roads, don't text and drive, don't drive distracted, make sure you've got a designated driver. After a car accident, you can spend hours on the phone dealing with insurance companies. You have enough to do this holiday season without the added stress of handling an insurance claim. Let the law offices of Harold Carr handle your claim for you so you can focus on your health and your family this holiday season. Be safe out there, and remember, car accident, call Carr. Visit HaroldCarRattorney.com. That's HaroldCarRattorney.com. And know this, all this stuff about the way they treat people, yeah, it's real. HaroldCarRattorney.com.
Would you pay $79 for peace of mind? Well, of course you would. Hey, it's Amanda Factor. You don't want to wake up in the middle of the night freezing because your furnace went out. What about the holidays when you have company? If you haven't had your system looked at in more than 5 years, call All Red Heating and Cooling for their famous All Red Comfort Tune-Up. They want to keep you comfortable now until the holidays, so they have cut the tune-up price in half for new customers to only $79. This is going to keep their comfort consultants very busy, so schedule as soon as you can so they can take care of you. Your system may just need maintenance, or if it needs to be replaced, you can trust the All Red Comfort Consultants. They'll be honest and recommend the most affordable, efficient system for your needs. I love these guys, and so will you. They're a true family business. Twins, Dan and Matt. Their team goes above and beyond and truly cares about their customers. They have more than 1,500 5-star reviews on Google. Schedule your $79 total comfort tune-up today. 877-7-ALL-RED. 877-7-ALL-RED. Or go to trustallred.com. That's trustallred.com.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No. We tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our client's best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Got rodents, poor insulation, or water intrusion in your crawl space? Northwest Crawl Space Services can solve any crawl space problem. Get your free inspection. Go to nwcrawlspace.com.
It's 8:40. It's time to get back to the Beacon Public Sports Desk with Bill Schwartz. The Cougs and the Beavers flexing their Pac-12 legal muscles.
Washington State and Oregon State have temporary legal custody of what will be left of the Pac-12 Conference. 10 other colleges, including Washington, leaving to join other leagues next year. Monday, WSU and OSU halted the $60 million mid-year revenue distribution to Washington, Oregon, and the rest. Pullman and Corvallis schools hope to use that money to help form a new Pac-12. UW football losing quarterback Michael Penix Jr. to the NFL next year, and his backup Dylan Morris is now using the NCAA portal to transfer to another school. Washington expected to take another transfer quarterback, possibly Mississippi State's Will Rogers. Seahawks took a few injury hits in Sunday's 28-16 loss at San Francisco. Rookie defensive back Devin Witherspoon suffered a hip pointer. Fortunately, the Hawks have an extra day to recover. They host Philadelphia next Monday night. Coming off a Stanley Cup playoff run, the Kraken's third NHL season not going the way they envisioned. Oliver Bjorkstrand on Seattle's 8-game losing streak.
Can't lose confidence. We got to keep going. So, yeah. It's a grind right now. We got to find a way to get out of it.
Tonight at 7, the Kraken on Climate Pledge Ice against the Florida Panthers. Sports with Sports, 10:40 after the hour, Northwest News Radio.
Thank you, Bill. Well, a lifelong 12 has just been rewarded for his loyalty to the Hawks. ABC's Jess Sims filed this report for Good Morning America.
You won't find a bigger fan of the Seattle Seahawks than Eamon Sylvester. Born and raised in the Emerald City, Eamon has been repping his team since childhood.
We would go to games all the time. My family, somebody always had tickets. I've been blessed to be a part of, to see their growth and their successes from an underdog franchise, to now I feel like we're on the map and people can never count us out. field, playing music every time they score a touchdown.
So we heard Blitz, the Seahawks mascot, made a special appearance.
Let's go. Hawks, baby, Hawks. Blitz, the actual Blitz came in. He DJ'd with me, got the crowd hyped up. It was incredible.
Now, have you been to a game yet this evening?
No, it's tough. Tickets are hard to get.
But guess what? Because of your unwavering loyalty to the Seahawks, we are giving you 4 tickets to the Monday night game.
Are you serious? This is crazy. Oh my God, I can't believe Monday night football.
But that's not all. You're also getting pregame sideline access to go on the field and see the players during the warm-up.
Are you kidding me? What?
I'm not kidding you at all.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my, I'm shaking. This is crazy.
Enjoy the game, have so much fun, and again, thank you so much for being such a great fan. For Good Morning America, I'm Jess Sims, ABC News, New York.
Hey, Jess Sims, I'm a lifelong Hawks fan too. Just saying.
Tickets are already gone. Sorry, Brian. It's 8:43. We'll get to an update on traffic in just 1 minute.
There's an old saying, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. As healthcare costs continue to increase, the cost of employee benefits has become an expense that business owners need to manage. Now is the perfect time to make a change and start seeing different results. At Arista Point, we've been helping businesses for 20 years. Change the way they buy healthcare so it doesn't just cost, it pays. Call us at 425-968-0545 or go online at aristapoint.com.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, changing economic trends. Uline works hard, keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
It's 8:44. This is Northwest News Radio, your home for breaking news and traffic and weather every 10 minutes on the fours.
In the High Performance Homes Traffic Center with Mike here at Jordan.
Still working with the full closure, both directions of State Route 18 along Tiger Mountain. This all began early in the 4 o'clock hour with a semi-crash and just been closed ever since. So we are struggling. Eastbound 18, about a 2-mile back approaching Issaquah Hobart Road. Issaquah Hobart, don't do it. It is looking incredibly packed from State Route 18 almost all the way to Front Street, northbound State Route 169. That's stacked up from State Route 18 to 196, and then we're going to work with scattered slowing as you're traveling along the golf course there and eventually reaching 405. That is a real pain as well. State Route 900 is one of the better routes to take. It's not perfect, but it's a little bit faster than other ways you could go. Now, we've had a crash reported in Monroe, eastbound US 2 near Frylins Boulevard, and though it's starting to break up a little bit more, I do see about a 1.5 mile back up there. We have a new blocking problem that's being reported coming into Federal Way, north on I-5, near 375th. The stall is taking up a center lane, so that's what's backing up from the 5 curve. And then we're going to be busy out of Federal Way into SeaTac and along the entirety of Boeing Field to the Convention Center. Northbound 99 is struggling from Cloverdale to Mercer. We are stacked up traveling eastbound off of the West Seattle Bridge to I-5. Southbound I-5, you're going to be sluggish from the 405 interchange through Shoreline. Our westbound lake bridges are really packed this morning out of Bellevue and into Seattle. Our next Northwest traffic app, 854.
Our report this time is sponsored by Discover. Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a game-changing checking account with cashback. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
The 5-day forecast sponsored by Northwest Crawl Space Services. Today, partly sunny, highs mid to upper 40s. Tomorrow, starts dry, then rain in the afternoon. Highs Wednesday near 50. Thursday, morning rain, then partly sunny. Friday will start with a little drizzle, then it'll be cloudy and dry. Saturday, partly sunny and dry, and as we look into Sunday, that's like I said, 6 days. Partly sunny and dry on Sunday as well.
It's mostly cloudy and 39 in Seattle right now.
News Radio 1000, FM 97.7, your information station with manufacturer and Brian Calvert. Sponsored by ApolloPlumbing.com.
Frank Lindsay is our editor on this Tuesday morning. It is 8:47.
Former Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani's defamation case is underway in Washington, D.C. to find out how much he owes for spreading lies about 2 elections workers.
Giuliani is back in court, face to face with the 2 Georgia election workers whose lives were nearly ruined by his repeated falsehoods and conspiracy theories about them after the 2020 election. Giuliani telling me after court yesterday he stands by all of it. Do you regret what you did to Ruby
Of course
Freeman?
I don't regret. I told the truth. They were engaged in changing votes.
There's no proof of that.
Well, you're damn right there is. Stay tuned.
Ruby Freeman and her daughter Wandrea Shea Moss served as election workers in Georgia in 2020. But when Donald Trump claimed baselessly that the vote count was rigged, Giuliani accused them of bringing in suitcases stuffed with fake Biden votes and other skullduggery.
I really felt that someone would tell him, like, no, sir, you don't know what you're talking about.
I just got so sad. Giuliani has already conceded in court that he made false statements about the mother and daughter, but he argues he had a constitutional right to do so. But the judge in this case has already ruled against him, finding that Giuliani did defame Ruby Freeman and Shea Moss. Now, a jury will decide just how much Giuliani must pay. In his opening statement, the lawyer for the women played voicemails filled with racist slurs and threats of violence, and told the jury how strangers came to their homes, some attempting to make citizens' arrests. Last year, Shea Moss for $43 million in damages. Giuliani's lawyer argued to the jury yesterday that that much money would be, quote, the civil equivalent of the death penalty.
That's ABC's Terry Moran.
The city of Bellevue will pay $3 million to a family who lost their home to a landslide back on January 17th, 2022. John and Barb Surtees' home was destroyed by the landslide after a city-owned water main break. According to Bellevue officials, the Forest Ridge School of the Sacred Heart paid the Surtee family $2 million separately. The school owns the property where the pipe was located and commissioned the installation of the pipe when the school was built. John Surtee told Como 4,
I wish that the city and school had taken responsibility for this a lot sooner. It would have been a lot less expensive for us.
The City of Bellevue has released a statement which reads in part, while the city still contends the slide occurred due to factors out of its control, this resolution reflects a negotiated outcome among the Surtee family, the city, and the Forest Ridge School of the Sacred Heart to resolve this issue for this Bellevue family without further delay.
It's 8:50. And that's time to get to your StockCharts.com money update.
The latest data on inflation is in, and it's just about as expected. In November, consumer prices rose at an annual pace of 3.1%, exactly as economists projected. On a month-over-month basis, prices ticked up 0.1%, which was 1/10 more than expected. Rent and used car prices were two major drivers of inflation last month. A chance to be beloved around the break room at your office today. It's because Krispy Kreme is celebrating its annual Day of the Dozens. So customers can get a dozen of the chain's original glazed donuts for just $1 with the purchase of any other dozen donuts. Krispy Kreme is also still selling its Elf donut collection, which includes Buddy the Elf Snow Globe and Buddy Makes Breakfast donuts. That's your money now. Dom Savino, Northwest News Radio.
On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average currently up 138 points, the S&P 500 up 7, and the NASDAQ is up 34.
It's 8:51. We'll get back to Kiara for traffic and weather next.
When was the last time your roof was inspected? If you have concerns or maybe you're seeing some moss up there, check out High Performance Homes. These guys will give you 3 quotes to choose from so you can pick the right option for your budget. And when High Performance Homes comes out to your home, you'll get one of the most thorough consultations you'll ever receive from a roofing company. These guys will actually get on your roof. They'll take pictures and videos of every square inch. Then they'll provide an accurate bid right there on the spot, down to the last penny. The HPH team is so dialed in. They have mastered all installation guidelines and they'll protect you with their leak-free guarantee. So if anything goes wrong, they'll always make it right. Guaranteed. It's truly a white glove, red carpet experience. Take advantage of special in-house financing, then save your spot on their install schedule today for your new high-performance roof, windows, siding, and solar. Schedule your consult at hphusa.com. That's hphusa.com. hphusa.com.
Your tax nightmare is coming to life. The IRS just sent you an audit notice for your employee retention credit claims, and now the ERC expert you hired says it's your responsibility to defend your eligibility. This is Brian Calvert, and now's the time to take the IRS's advice and talk with a trusted tax professional. Get an independent second opinion from the licensed CPA specializing in ERC I've been recommending for months. SeattleTaxCredits.com offers a low flat fee eligibility review, just $97. Could be your smartest investment yet. Find out more at SeattleTaxCredits.com.
Hi, this is Tammy Michaels. 4 years ago, I was badly injured after being
Short bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service. Actual speeds vary.
8:54. This is Northwest News Radio, your home for breaking news and traffic and weather. Every 10 minutes on the 4s.
Sierra Jordan's in the High Performance Homes Traffic Center.
I haven't heard anything about when we might be reopening State Route 18 along Tiger Mountain. It's been closed for about 5 hours from I-90 to Issaquah Hobart Road, and so because of that, 2 miles solid backup on eastbound 18 approaching Issaquah Hobart. That road itself, that's packed from State Route 18 almost all the way to Front Street. Major delays on northbound State Route 169. First as you try and reach 196, but then we're going to be busy again starting east of 154th all the way to 405. Speaking of 405, there is a crash on southbound 405 near 44th that is blocking in the right lane. Delays with that begin just a little bit north of I-90. We have been working with a crash in Monroe. This is traveling eastbound US 2 near Frylands Boulevard, and you're stacked up from Roosevelt Road. And we've been working with a stall coming into Federal Way, northbound I-5 near 375th. With that, the right lane has been blocked, and that is why you are struggling from the Fife curve. Our next Northwest traffic up, 9:04.
Our report this time is sponsored